Most people think money is what separates the broke from the wealthy. Well, they're wrong. Naval Ravikant, one of the most successful investors alive, once said that if you took away everything he had and dropped him in any city in the world, he'd be wealthy again within years. Not because of luck, not because of connections, because he understands the game. So I decided to test that. $0. New York City, 7 days. No credit cards, no borrowing money, no safety net. The rules are simple, and we'll get to them in a second. But here's what this video is really about. Can the principles that built wealth for the smartest people alive actually work from absolute zero? Let's find out. Before we start, the rules, because you will find a loophole if I don't close them. 1. No spending money, not a cent, not a dollar. 2. No borrowing cash from anyone. 3. Food already at home on day 1 is allowed. 1 meal's worth. After that, you earn it. 4. Phone plan already paid for counts. We're testing economic survival, not digital blackout. 5. If a genuine medical emergency happens, the experiment ends. We're proving a point, not dying for content. That's it. Clock starts now. Day 1. And the first mistake most people would make? Running out the door, trying to hustle. That's not what we're doing. There's a principle called the Pareto Rule, named after Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, who noticed that 80% of Italy's land was owned by 20% of the people. Apply that here. 80% of your survival in the next 7 days will come from 20% of the moves you make on day 1. So day 1 is an audit, not a hustle. What skills do I have that someone would pay for or trade for right now, today, with no credentials and no portfolio? Copywriting, marketing, the ability to walk into a room and make someone believe something is worth buying. That's the inventory. Now, what does New York need? Everything. New York always needs everything. By end of day 1, I have a list. 3 possible hustles, ranked by effort to reward ratio. Tomorrow, we execute the top 1. Naval calls this specific knowledge, the thing you know how to do that feels like play to you, but looks like work to everyone else. Find yours. That's your currency when you have none. Day 2. Hungry. Let's go. David Ricardo was a 19th century economist who came up with something called comparative advantage. The idea is simple. You don't need to be the best at something globally. You just need to be relatively better at it than the person in front of you. There's a small restaurant in Midtown with a dead Instagram page. 47 followers. Bad photos. No captions. I walk in. I don't ask for money. I ask for lunch. In exchange, I write them 5 captions, reorganize their bio, and tell them exactly what to post for the next 2 weeks. It takes 40 minutes. I eat. That's comparative advantage in the wild. They didn't need a social media agency. They needed someone who knew more than them. Today, that was me. First trade complete. The flywheel has 1 push. Jim Collins wrote a book called Good to Great. In it, he describes the flywheel effect. The idea that a massive flywheel takes enormous effort to get moving, but once it moves, each push gets easier. The flywheel doesn't stop, it compounds. Yesterday's lunch is today's case study. I go back out. Same pitch, different restaurant. But this time I mention casually that I did this yesterday, and the owner loved it. Social proof. 0 effort. Cialdini would be proud. Second restaurant says yes before I finish the sentence. But here's where it gets interesting. The owner asks if I do this professionally. I say yes, I do, because I do. The fact that I'm currently doing it for food is irrelevant information. He wants a quote for a full month of content. I give him one. The flywheel is moving. Day 4. And I have to be straight with you. It doesn't work today. I pitch 3 businesses. 1 ignores me. 1 says they already have someone. 1 listens to the whole thing, seems interested, and then says, "Send me an email." No food from it. I find a free community lunch event in Brooklyn. I go. Stephen Pressfield calls this resistance, the force that shows up hardest right before a breakthrough. It's not motivational poster talk. It's a pattern. The dip always comes before the turn. The question day 4 asks isn't, "Is this working?" It's, "Do you understand the game well enough to keep playing?" I do. So I do. Robert Cialdini spent years studying what makes people say yes. His number 1 finding? Reciprocity. Give something first, freely, without asking. And human psychology almost forces the other person to return the value. Day 5 is built entirely on this. I spend the morning helping people. Free. No pitch. A guy at a co-working space can't figure out why his ad isn't converting. I spend 20 minutes with him and tell him exactly why. A woman at a coffee shop is working on her business name. I give her 3 better options off the top of my head. I ask for nothing. By afternoon, without asking, the guy from the co-working space buys me coffee and a sandwich and asks what I charge for consulting. The woman tells her friend about me. Her friend has a small brand. She wants help. Cialdini wasn't talking about charity. He was talking about strategy disguised as generosity. That's day 5. The Japanese have a concept called ikigai, your reason for being. The overlap between what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. By day 6, the experiment has done something useful. It's shown me exactly where my ikigai sits in a survival context. Not design, not labor, not delivery gigs. Words. Specifically, telling people why their thing is worth buying. So day 6 is simple. I do only that. All day. Every conversation points back to it. 2 paid commitments secured. Both start next week. Both outside the experiment window. But the pipeline exists now, built in 6 days, from $0. Pareto would say I finally found my 20%. Day 7, last one. Here's what the 7 days actually cost. Discomfort, mostly. Some hunger. A lot of rejection on day 4. A few conversations that went nowhere. Here's what the 7 days produced. 2 meals traded for skills. 1 pending client. 1 warm referral. Enough food every day after day 2. And 1 thing that money can't buy. Proof. Naval's point was never that money doesn't matter. His point was that money is a byproduct of understanding value, how to create it, communicate it, and exchange it. The people who are permanently broke aren't broke because they have no money. They're broke because they haven't learned the game. If this video changed how you think about money, or made you question what you're actually worth without your salary, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Before you go, a few things worth saying clearly. This is not financial advice. Nothing in this video should be taken as a recommendation to quit your job, abandon your income, or make any financial decision based on a 7-day experiment. This was a controlled test of specific principles run deliberately with a defined skill set in a specific environment. Your results will depend entirely on your skills, your city, and your circumstances. The principles covered Pareto, comparative advantage, Cialdini's reciprocity, the flywheel effect, ikigai, are real, named frameworks, but they've been simplified for a 7-minute video. If any of them hit you, go read the source. The books will go deeper than we ever could here. This video exists to make you think differently, not to tell you what to do. Next video, we go deeper on the one principle that separates people who stay broke from people who don't. It's not hustle. It's not talent. Most people never even hear about it. See you there.